Alright guys, I'm here today to show you the breakdown tutorial of the L96. As you can see here, I've already removed the upper receiver from the lower receiver. All you have to do that is remove the two Allen screws located behind the magazine well and the trigger. And after you do that, you're going to get something that looks like this. Now if you plan on replacing the trigger box, it's very simple, very easy. All you would do is, oh by the way, let's go over what you need first. First, obviously a place to work. A Allen wrench set, like this one, a small screwdriver, here we go, small screwdriver, like this one, and then a pair of needle nose pliers, like this. If you plan to do anything to the spring, piston, or spring guide, you're going to need a pair of needle nose pliers. So, after you've done this, and say you want to do something to the trigger box, like I was saying, or like replace it, or put in a zero trigger or a metal one, etc. Then you would remove the two screws here and here, and I'm going to show this to you what you would do if you were to replace this. I have the stock one, and yeah, it is part metal. It's not full metal, but it is partially metal. It's not all plastic, so take this other screw out here. This one's kind of hard because of the trigger is right there. And then I should also mention that this works for the UTG, Well, and the Maruzen, or any other clones that are out there, which I'm not sure if there are anymore, but there might be. Hang on a second. This is weird. Oh, might have to pull the bolt back. What's going on here? Oh, idiot, sorry. You're gonna have to remove this. What I forgot. This right here. Then should pop off and you get something that looks like this. It's very greasy, so I'm not gonna touch it, but and then you just take your new one, put it right in there, and you should be good to go. But let's put this back now, so a little grease on my finger there. Alright, and then, so say you want to do something to the bolt, you're also going to need to take this out, like I did, and then you pull back, the bolt should pop all the way out. You should get something that looks like this. I'm not going to touch the top because it is actually very greasy, but you'll get this, which has a spring, as you can see there, very powerful spring even for the stock one. You have a plastic spring guide that runs up quite a bit, actually, I think almost about right there. And you have a plastic stock piston. And say you want to get in here and do whatever, stick your needle nose pliers in those two holes right there, and you're basically just gonna stick them into that brass fitting, and then you're gonna twist and unscrew it, and then this part should pop off, and then the spring should push the piston out, and everything should fall out, and you can do whatever you want to it. And that's basically everything you could do for the area right here. So let's put this back in. When you put this back in, you're gonna put it in like this, but then there's gonna be a little plastic thing from the trigger that's gonna block it. I'm gonna try to see if you can see that. Can you see that? Right there. There you go. So that's blocking it, and then all you're gonna have to do is just get your screwdriver. Probably should remove the barrel, but anyways, it's kind of hard to show this to you at the same time. But you're gonna pull it back just a little bit, and then you're gonna push it down with your screwdriver, and it should just go back in place. Alright, and then once you're done with that, you're gonna put it all back together, and then you slide this back in. Make sure this part that's sticking out is facing the trigger. Alright, so that covers everything for there. Now if you're going to do anything to the hop-up or barrel, you're going to have to remove the barrel, which is right here. Now, this part takes quite a while. Has a lot of threads you have to undo. This is one good way to do it, just stick it on, put it on the table, and then just unscrew it. Put it through your hands. get you really tired from this. And this should just pop off like this. You get your pull assembly there, and then your barrel. Now, to remove the inner barrel and the hop up, you're gonna have to take your smaller screwdriver, and if you could see this, there's a little screw right in there. And then you're gonna take this, you're gonna take your screwdriver, and you're gonna unscrew it. And this is what holds the hop in the outer barrel, sorry. This part also takes quite a while because it's kind of an awkward position to put the screw in, but alright, this should pop out. You're going to get something like this. Now, to take this out, you're just going to stick your screwdriver in. You're going to kind of work it out with your screwdriver until you can catch it here. And then just gonna keep doing that until you get about that far. And then, hang on, let me grab something real quick. This is another thing. You're going to need your jammy rod for this part. Now, you should get it to about here. You probably actually it could be a little bit further up before you can do this, but you take your jammy rod. You're going to put it down the barrel. When you put it down, you put it in slightly at an angle, so that way it catches something. But if this is your first time, don't put the end jamming rod in at such an angle. Put the end jamming rod in just at a little bit of an angle, so that way it catches the inner barrel, because when this is stock, the barrel spacers are usually, they're not attached to the inner barrel, so they'll slide around, and then when you push it with the end jamming rod, just push them all down, and it's going to screw it up, and you're not actually going to push the barrel out. So you have to try to catch the outer part of the inner barrel. But for me, I'll show you in a minute. But after you push it out, you get something that looks like this. This right here is your hop-up unit, and these are my barrel spacers that I've repositioned. And to do this, all you do is just bunch them together like this. You can if you want, and then you push some electrical tape around it like I did. And you should be good. And then so you can also make it so you can get your barrel out a lot easier. Now for the hop-up unit, there are a couple fixes you can actually do to its stock to help it. One thing you can do is if you can, this hop-up lever, you can actually, I don't want to do this right, I'm not going to take it apart because I don't want to mess up my hop lever, but this lever, you could actually take it out, put it on a piece of electrical tape, cut it out with a pocket knife or any other sharp knife, and then take it with the electrical tape stuck into it and put it back in and tighten this back up. And it should reduce the side-to-side wobble of the hop-up lever. And it should help quite a bit. It might not stay on for too long, but it will help. And let me show you how to take out hop here, and one thing you could do to the hop to help it. That's the word. You're going to need to use needing those pliers for these. Because these actually aren't like regular bolts. They're just flat on two sides. They're meant to be taken apart with a pair of pliers. Hope I'm turning the right way here. Nope, I'm not. Alright, that's the right way. There we go. And then this should unscrew. And enough. This should screw like this. So this will pop out. You just keep this down. And this should pop out. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're going to have to take off this. Sorry. You're going to want to take off this first. This is actually done with a pretty small Allen screw. I believe it is 3/32. Yep, It's the right size right there. Take the screw out, make sure you do not lose this. Put it right here. Don't lose that. Then push down your hop up lever a little bit, and this should just pop right off. Like that. And then it should slide off. And this is your hop up lever right here. You can see with the electrical tape on one side, you're going to do it like that. It'll come off a little bit like this, but that's okay. And then you got a little spring right in there. Make sure you do not lose that spring right there. You cannot lose that or your hop up won't work. Then the barrel here, you have the brass fitting, O-ring, then you have your bucking. And then actually somewhere, let's see, where did it go? Here it is. This will pop out of your hop. Make sure you do not lose this. You really, really, really want this, because this will actually go. This actually goes on the bucking right there, and that's what hold it in place. It'll help hold it in place. And this hop up, when it's stuck, when you put it on, it'll wobble a little bit side to side like this. And to get rid of that, I actually just took some Teflon tape and wrapped it right here. I actually wrapped it normally, and then it kind of compressed it all right here. That's okay. See how soft it is, because it did. I'm actually going to push all this up. It took out the side to side wobble of the gun, of the hop. Sorry. And then, so this is how it should look. And those are pretty much all. Those are just a couple more fixes that you can do to the stock hop up. But put the sack back on. You need. Sure you put on that O-ring. You're gonna have to put this on straight down. I would change the camera angle, but kind of hard for you to see. But put it on like this. Doesn't matter which way. It's the same on both sides. And then make sure you put back on your hop up with the little dent that's already there. There's a little dent usually from where the hop up over is. That's where the space is in the barrel. That's where the hop will stick down. Make sure that is right there. Then you're going to want to, and you're going to take this, you're going to screw this back on with your needle nose pliers. Hang on a second, I screwed it up. That was a pretty dumb idea. Hang on, back on like this. You hold it. Make sure nothing moves. Make sure the barrel itself doesn't move either, because then that'll take the bucking with it, and then it'll make everything all out of line. Make sure this is out. And you should run in. If you put the Teflon tape on, it should be pretty tight. That's okay. That's just it. Pressing against the Teflon. And you're just going to keep screwing this back on until it's nice and tight. If it won't screw in, like it is way too hard or hard at all just to screw this on, that if you put on the Teflon tape, that means you put on too much Teflon tape and you need to take it back apart and take off some, because it should not go on too tightly. Alright, make sure that is all lined back up. Press this down. Make sure roll back. Make sure that the part that you're screwing is lined up. Put your screw back in. The Allen wrench to put it back in. This is actually the same thing. If you look inside where it says where to adjust the hop and everything, this is actually what you adjust when you turn that Allen screw. So it's the same size. One is the one that comes with the box. I believe it is this one that comes with it. It's usually silver for the UTG version, I know. Not sure. They all should come with the set of Allen wrench sets. You don't actually need the Allen wrench set. You could use all the ones that comes with it, but I prefer an Allen wrench set, so I can remember what sizes they are and everything. So you put that back, and now reassembling it is pretty easy. Gonna have to push that back down. Usually needing those pliers. Have to try to hurry. Camera's starting to run out of memory. Oh, I actually pushed it a little bit too far. No, wait, hang on. I might have done something on accident here. I think I might have put it in upside down. Wait, hang on here. Nope. Oh, I just pushed it in too far, that's why. Pushed in the, oh, wait, no. I messed up here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Using a jamming rod for this. Alright, there we go. So, here you're going to want to get that Allen screw that you adjust, that you put the hop up lever is tied with. Make sure try to get that in the middle if you can. Try to press this up, it might try to go back a little bit. Then you're going to take the magazine release that screws in right here. But it's kind of hard. Just going to take that. I'm just going to screw that back in. Press down the button while you screw this in. Helps so that way it doesn't press against the screw. And should just screw right in. Like that. And make sure that you put this back in, the magazine release is facing, like where you press it is facing the yellow tip or the end of your gun. Because it's backwards and mess it up pretty bad. Right, make sure it's nice and tight. Then just gonna screw it back on like you did before. Oh, another thing. When you hang on. Oh, I guess it's not there, but in the bolt, when you pop it out, there might be a little O-ring that slides up. Just slide that back down, and it should go back into the end of the threads. It's a little tiny plastic O-ring that'll pop up. Nobody explains what it's there for, or oh, drop something. Nobody explains really that it's there or anything, so that's something I noticed. I don't know if it's just something on this gun or whatever, but screw this back on. Alright. Tight. Must have been something in there. That's weird. Right. So it might stop right there. So, like, it might be like this when it gets fully tightened. That's okay. Just make sure it's like this. I don't know why, but mine seems a lot tighter than usual. It's usually not this, you know, usually not that, I don't know what's up with it, but anyways, it should be parallel like this. And then, once you're done with that, you're gonna get your lower receiver, like this right here. Then, I'm running out of room here. I'm gonna take the upper receiver, put it on the lower receiver. Get this stall back in. then it should be nice and flush with the gun. Then you're going to take the two parts of the Allen screws. You can take your big one. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to find a way without letting it fall in. I'm going to take the 3/16 size. And turn it away from the bolt behind it. This one right here is a little tricky because you can't turn the full 360 because it's right next to the thumb hole. Turn this one up here too. Tight. Should be okay. Make sure your gun is working. Make sure it's nice and low. Hang on a second. Oh, there's something stuck in there. And working fine. Nice and greased. And there you go. So